What you looking at, man? Come and talk to me real quick. Come here, back up. Hey, I gotta break the ice somehow. Right. All right, we the Israelites coming down here, feeding the lost sheep of the house of Israel, so-called black, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, the ones that want to hear. Okay. All right. Let me get Luke 2:43. All right. Luke 2:43.
It's the book of Luke.
And let me get Ezekiel 3:17.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 43.
Bring it out.
And when they had fulfilled their days, as they returned, the children of Yahushua tarried behind in Jerusalem.
Verse 44.
44. But they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their kinsfolk and acquaintances.
That's Luke 2:44. I'll read it. Let me go read it.
God, Ezekiel 3:10.
3:17.
God, this is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17.
Bring it out.
Son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Right. So that's what we out here for. So-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. All right. Letting them know, come on back, okay? We were sick. We didn't come out here by ourselves. All right. Right. We got here sent through the Most High, Yahushua. All right. To see that who's going to listen to this word. So-called black, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indians. Okay. Right. We already know. All of them not going to, come here, brother. All of them not going to get this word, right? Right. So let's go to Zechariah 13:8. Okay. Let's go to Luke 2:34. Yeah. Right. Because they're going to wave my hands like, God, we don't want, so let's find out what they say.
God, this is Zechariah 13:8.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined.
Right. So 2/3 gonna get put to death, all right? So the 1/3 gotta walk through that fire, right? So that's what we're looking for, that 1/3, right? Bring that out.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 34.
Bring it out.
And Simon blessed them and said unto Mary his mother, Behold, this child is set for the fall and rising again of many in Israel.
Wait a minute, not the church, say everybody.
No, many in Israel. And for a sign which shall be spoken against.
So, right. Well, contrary to the churches, they say everybody can make it. But he's letting you know, he's the rise and fall of many of Israel, okay? So how can the preacher explain that, right? So, I got something.
God, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 8:1.
Bring it out.
And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come
For few.
the world to come for few. God, so like the brothers going over, this world is created for many. A lot of people are going to prosper in this on this side, this kingdom, but in the world to come, it's only going to be the elect, the remnant that the Lord have chosen, who he has made perfect through his great labor, like it tells you in 2nd Ezra chapter 9.
That's
Right? And when you drop down to verse 3, this whole chapter, Uriel is explaining to Ezra, because Ezra, he complained a lot about why the Lord isn't delivering the Israelites. And Uriel had to come and check Ezra and let him know, like, hey, this ain't what this is. And this is what we come out here to do with our people. We come out here to let them know, you have to get right. Everybody can't go with you, man. Right? And they don't like to hear that. That's why everybody runs to the Christian church. But this is verse 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved. And I'm going to drop down to verse 41.
Bring it out.
For as the husbandman soweth much seed upon the ground and planted many trees, and yet the thing that is sown good in his season cometh not up. Right? Good in his season. So it looked like everything is going to come up beautifully. It looks like that. That's how it looks. It says, neither doth all that is planted take root. Even so is it of them that are sown in the world. They shall not all be saved. So throughout this whole chapter, Uriel is explaining how everybody's, not even the whole nation of Israel is going to be saved. So what does that say about heathens, man? They don't stand a chance.
Right. So there you have it, man. Right. So everybody's not going to make it, okay? Right. So we're only just looking for the ones who are going to hear this word, right? So,
I'm gonna keep going. This is God. This is Zechariah chapter 13 and 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver as refined. Hey, I can get a precept?
Go ahead.
All right, go to 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and 22. Because this is a precept for what Zechariah said. Ezra and Zechariah, what they were saying. So I'm going to read it again. And I will bring the third part through the fire. We're talking about the fire of trials and tribulations, right? Because Paul even speaks about people's works getting burned up and people's works lasting through the fire, right? A lot of brothers and sisters, they come into this truth and they fall out because their works have been burnt up in the fire. But you got brothers that still remaining and going hard, going strong. Those are the hopeful elect that the Lord is looking for, man. The ones that's ready to endure into the end, right? But it says, and will refine them as silver as refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name and I will hear them. Why? Because they endured everything that the Lord put in their path, right? Like Satan and Job, Satan and the Most High in the book of Job. Job withstood that, so what did he do at the end? He gave him double and triple of everything that he already had.
Right.
And what did it say? Job had a great amount of substance.
Right.
So that's your reward at the end. It says, they shall call on my name and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. I get that precept.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain.
This is the 2/3 doctrine. This is what it's talking about. 2/3 just gotta go because they was born in vain. You know, it tells you in wisdom, it tells you in the book of Proverbs that we're supposed to look on the house of the wicked and consider their ways and be like, nah, I don't want to be judged like that. Or I don't want to be like that. That's what it's, I mean, that's a good example we can use on why they was created. The Lord said simply they was created in vain though. But go ahead.
Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. And let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
So he says he's going to keep one grape out of a whole cluster of grapes. That one grape is symbolic for the 1/3, the elect, the remnant, right? Which is still going to be millions of people. It tells you in Revelation it was a great multitude that no man can number, right? But it's a little bit more on that.
Verse 23.
Never 22. Finish 22.
It says, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
See, that's what he just said in Zechariah chapter 13. He says, with great labor have I made it perfect. So trials and tribulations is necessary. He tells you that in the Hebrew. He says, if the Most High dealeth, what did he say? The Most High dealeth with you as with son, if you enduring through trials and tribulations, if he putting that in your way and giving you the strength to endure through it, the Most High dealing with you as a son, man. If you're not going through nothing, you're not going to learn anything in life, man. You're not going to learn nothing. We glorify in tribulation. That's what Paul said. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Right. Right. So 2/3 is not gonna make it. So just out here fishing, okay? Fishing for the ones that want to hear the word, right? Yeah. Right. So let's go. What you got? You got something?
Okay, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 11.
Bring it out.
For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. Like the brother was saying, how the work should be shown. The work should be shown through the Most High, giving you the affliction and the trials and tribulations, and showing that love unto you.
Right. So.
Oh, no, I was
Right. Oh, okay. Right. So anyway, right. So come back to these law, statute, commandments, okay?
That's right.
That's the
and all be all.
There you go, man. There you go. Right.
Go back to Ezekiel.
Yeah.
I'll go back to it because it was a lot on
You lied.
Ezekiel chapter 3.
All right.
God, this is Ezekiel chapter 3 and 17.
Read up.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Right.
Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
That's right.
He says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to the wicked to warn him from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
Right. Right. So,
Gone. So this is the Spirit of the Lord is upon us to come out here and it's hot as hell out here. It's 97 degrees out here, but the Spirit of the Lord is upon us to come out here and still bring out the gospel, man. That's the importance of why we here, to bring out the gospel and let our people know that there's a kingdom coming. But we are warning our people on what's to come. I don't even think old Muggy dealt with the power outage that we just dealt with in Tulsa, that we still dealing with in Tulsa. How many break-ins it was in Tulsa, man? People was going crazy. They wasn't even doing that in 2008. In that ice storm, they wasn't even doing that then. But now, over time, in 2023, they're breaking into all these different shops, man. All these different shops is getting broken into in 2023. Because this is prophecy. Can you get that for me in 2nd Ezra? 2nd Ezra chapter 15.
bring this out one real quick.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2, verse 7.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt speak my words unto them,
Right.
whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
Right. So that's what we're doing out here. All right. Talking to them. See if they're going to hear. If not, they're going to go back and do their business, okay? Like they always do it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another.
Right, you know what sedition is? Sedition is rebellion, where nobody's listening to the government officials. Nobody's listening to the local police, where they got to bring the military in because people are in anarchy.
Right.
These are the times that we're in, man, but people don't want to listen. People want to party. People want to do their own pleasures, and they have no idea that right around the corner the power is out, and it's going to be in a hood near you. But guess what? Are you asking yourself, dang, them people over there suffering? No, you not. So guess what? When it happens to you, those people around the corner, they're going to be on that same tip. They're not going to be concerned about you and your children are hot as hell throughout the day, and your food is spoiled. You can't eat you ain't saved no money, so you can't go back and forth to the store and get what you need. You just stuck out here, man.
Right.
But the Bible prophesies about all of this, and he tells you if you do not get right, this is made for you. It's created for you.
Right.
What are we saying we're in the last days for? We're not saying it, well, we're here already.
Right.
But keep reading on that.
It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Hey, and the kings and the princes today is your government officials. Because the Romans is the one who stopped that being called kings. And they changed it over to the father of the country. Right? And then they switched over to the president. So your king is your president, man. And it says they should not regard their kings nor princes. They're not going to care Biden coming up on the stand. He about to break his leg trying to get on the stand just to say a whole bunch of bullshit, man.
Right.
A whole bunch of gibberish.
Right.
Because these people are going to be hungry. And one thing we can all agree with is when you're hungry, you're not trying to hear anything. That is when you're the most angriest.
Right.
Try to deal with a hungry, angry person, man.
Man.
They ain't trying to hear you, but they want some food. So
Right.
when everything goes out, water, electric, gas, the stores, bro, what are the people going to do? They was too busy trying to enjoy themselves at festivals.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with it, but it's like, where do you create time for the Bible?
Right.
Right? Where do you create time for the Bible, man? Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Yahweh Shai is coming. Yahweh Shai is coming. If you can hear this, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is coming.
Right.
Time.
It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
And that's what it's about to say. That's clear. The course of their actions shall stand in their power. If that man is strong enough to take everything out of your crib when he comes, that's just what it's going to be. And guess what? It's explaining it like this. So, hey, this is the Most High is going to sit back and watch it. That's why he's telling you, like, I'm going to make sure this happens.
That's right.
So when you pray, oh God, please, no, oh God, please. No, he coming in there, he getting that, and he going to take off. He mess around and put you to death too. Just so he won't be looking over his shoulder. Right? But go ahead.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Why is that? Military checkpoints, man. Go ahead.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Those are the times we're coming up at, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, man. I just got tweets out.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Let me get that Proverbs 1:27. Right. Because you just said something.
So?
Okay.
I got it. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 27.
Bring it out.
When ye fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you. Want to come in?
Yep.
Verse 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Right. So that's what they're doing now. They're looking at us. What the hell they over there doing? Right. So they over there having fun or whatever. You know what I mean? But when that day come, man, they're gonna be looking for what did Hebrews Israelites said? Or they're gonna be looking for God. But hey, it's not gonna be there. So right. So it's time to get right. Come back to the Most High right now. Keep the law, statute, commandments. Right? Got something? Got something?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 2, verse 1.
Bring it out.
My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, verse 2, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her a silver and searchest her for her as for high treasure. Meaning, keep the commandments. Don't hide the commandments. Don't muzzle the ox and tread and let the Most High God come down with Yahweh Shai and tread in the wine press, because he's going to say for you, not for these nations. He's coming for you as long as you keep the commandments.
Right. That's what it's all about. Keeping the commandments. Okay. Right. Keep y'all. Okay. Right. This guy gonna give me what's that? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 class. Okay, that's all we gotta do, man. You gotta just keep it simple out here. Okay. Right. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Yeah, just keep it simple. Cause when your brother came up earlier, I say, man, just take the flyer, man. You just came here. I just go and break it down your nationality. Just try to keep it simple. Not going no tin horns. Okay, going to Revelation 17. Right. Or anything like that, right?
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13.
Bring it out.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
That's all we gotta do. Fear God, keep his commandments, okay? It's not hard, man. Now, let me tell a story. Because I'll let you know right now, when I first came in this, I watched the videos, but I was starting breaking the Sabbath, man. Right. So finally, hey, I stepped up. You know what I mean? After I did that Sabbath, I was like, man, this is not nothing, man. No, I said just like that's how I said it back then, okay? Man, this ain't nothing. I didn't buy or sell, man. I was just watching street videos, man, till the sun went down. And after that, it's been, you know what I mean? It's been on since then. Right.
God, this is a precept for Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. This is Psalms 91. He says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, right? You made, refuge is somebody that rescues you, right? You call upon to rescue you. You wait, you have patience to be rescued by the Most High God. And it says habitation, which your habitation is your home, right? Where your dwelling place is. And it should be these scriptures. So he says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee. Right, so in these times that we're coming upon, only thing we're just gonna be watching everything unfold. We're gonna be watching people get judged. But the scripture says it. It says, "There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling." But get Ecclesiastes 8 and 5 right quick. I want to show y'all something. Because he says, one more time, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. You got it?
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing.
See? It's just that simple. He says, keep the commandment, the faith. But he says, keep the commandments and ain't nothing evil going to happen unto you. These people look at it, they make excuses on why it's too hard, how they can't keep it here. You know, they got all these excuses. They too busy. They got stuff going on for themselves. All these damn excuses.
Right.
But then here it is. When they set up the event, they right up on it.
Man,
No problem.
no problem.
Calling in work, all that.
Not gonna argue with you.
Right.
Right.
It says, verse 10 in Psalm 91. He says, there shall no So he says, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Why? Because you keeping the commandments of the Most High. It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways, protect you in all your ways. Right? So how can somebody go against you when you have a deity with you that you can't even see? You know it's there, but you can't even see it. They can't see it. So how they gonna defend themselves against that? Or how they gonna be on the offense against that? They can't.
Right.
So you in 100% covered, protected. It says, they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. This is the Most High speaking in verse 14. He says, because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he have known my name. So knowing the Most High God's name is very important.
That's right.
And when you know the name Yahweh, you know the objective. You know what you need to be doing.
Right.
So it says, he shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be unto him in I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him with long life will I satisfy him and shew him my salvation. Straight up, man.
Right. Right. Revelation 2:20.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 20.
Bring it out.
Behold, I stand at the door.
Say that again.
I stand at the
One
door.
more time.
I stand at the door.
Now we standing at the door, okay?
And knock.
Just like hey, what y'all shot? He's standing at the door, right?
Right.
Right. We out here knocking, okay?
And knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me.
Right. So that's what we're doing, okay? Y'all shot knocking at the door, right? Yes, you come and keep the laws, got your commandments. Come and keep them, all right? It's been open to you, all right? But if you don't want, you slam the door in his face, guess what? You're gonna go take it to another black, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indian, okay? So, right. So that's what we do. We out here knocking on the door, okay? And see who gonna get it, right? Y'all got something?
Wow.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 8 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. So I brought this out because we gotta fear the Most High God in everything, but you gotta fear him only. Like when I be going through, when I get tempted or whatever, I don't sit there and think of like, oh man, Esau gonna do this, Esau planning to do this, oh the enemy gonna get on us like this. I'm sitting here like, Lord, please don't let me go off, because I know he gonna get me. I'm afraid of the Most High. We're not fearing no men.
Nah.
We fear what the Most High can do to us.
Even if he using the heat. Right. This all goes back to the Most High.
Most High, exactly.
Give me 1 Kings 22, sorry, 19. Right, cause I like how what you said, man, cause I was at work, man. You know, Esau, man, he don't, it's all through the Most High. He don't really mess with me. I'm just out there just driving all the forklifts and all that big old country ass stuff, right? Right. So I'm out there, you know what I mean? But that don't mean nothing to Satan. Satan always attacking me, man. Always thinking about lust, man. Always got it.
Yeah, that's something everybody be thinking about.
Right.
That's how you know it's Satan, though.
Right.
Because he the one that just pushes it on you.
Right. Oh no, 21, 22. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, 19.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 21, verse 19.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt speak unto him, say, thus saith the Lord, hast thou killed?
That's First Kings, verse 22, chapter 22, 19. Sorry, 19.
Verse 19. And he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him, on his right hand and on his left.
Right, on the left is all the fornication, all that lust and all that unrighteous, you know what I mean? What, you know,
And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab?
yeah, who persuade Mark, the mafia, you know what I mean? I'm out there, you know what I mean? Watch this, let's see what that demon say.
That he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead. And one said on this matter, and another said on that matter. Verse 21, and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. Verse 22, and the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets.
Right, so that's just not making somebody fall out the truth always. It can make you grow. Most I can test you to make you grow. See what you're going to do. Okay? All right. So basically, he'll have Satan attack you. Okay? I'll use me as a prime example. Okay? Me and this brother was together, right? What me and you talked about way before we got apart? What we said when we were driving? They say, hey man, the Most High brought us together, right? And he'll take us away. And look what happened, right? Right. So it's the same concept, Bill. Who gonna persuade him? Is he gonna go out there by himself? Is he gonna be scared? I'm gonna persuade him. Right. No. I gotta go out there and do the work, you know what I'm saying? So the Most High gonna test you every day, man. Who gonna break the Sabbath? Who gonna keep the law, statutes, commandments, right?
Who gonna hate their
Right.
brother? Who gonna hate their brother or love their brother?
Yeah, right. Say it again.
Who gonna hate their brother and love their brother?
Right. Right.
That's right.
I got something else. Oh, I get go to Jonah. Go to Jonah 2. I think I want 2 and 1. No. Jonah 1 and 6. Jonah. Right.
Hey, one thing, while he getting that, hey, one thing we noticed when we was at Juneteenth, what we see? A whole bunch of Edomites. When we at the Native Festival, what do we see? A whole bunch of Edomites.
Right.
And when you go back into the history, it's always these low-level Edomites. You don't ever see Edomites there in suits.
No.
And none of these elite, you know, Edomites. It's always low-level, low-grade Edomites.
Right.
These are the ones that taskmasters, the ones that they had over us, making sure that they was able to get in, making sure they was able to participate.
Right.
That's how it's always been, man.
Right. John?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go to Jonah, man. Let's keep talking about what I was talking about. Go ahead. Let's go to number 3.
This is the book of Jonah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Bring it out.
But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish.
Yes, go ahead, 2.
Okay, verse 2. Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it.
What the Most High tell?
Cry against it,
Go ahead.
for their wickedness is come up before me. Verse 3. But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord, and went down to Joppa. And he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof, and went down into it, to go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord.
Right. So yeah, the concept is, you know what I mean? Like I was saying, you know, I can't be like Jonah. I can't run to do this work.
That's right.
Right. You know, but Jonah ran, right? But that goes for women too. Women don't put on a dress or whatever. Well, you running from the Most High. Okay. Right. So we out here trying to wake our Black, Latino, and Native Americans up. Okay?
That's right.
Right, because hey, they out here. That was the Most High sent us out here to go get them, right? But we can't be enjoying. No, man. I just want to chill that whole bad. You know what I mean? Right. So we gotta come out there and do the work, right? We can't be Jonah. We gotta do the work, man.
No excuses.
No excuses, man. No excuses.
We're ordained to do the work.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, and we hot as hell out here, but we gotta come out here even when it's freezing cold. I remember that one year. I forgot it was with Jeremiah when he had his whole camp. And bro, I remember our fingers was OKC. Yes. That was the coldest year I ever. I was like, I don't know if we can do this, but we did it, man. We was out there. We stayed out there until the sun went down, and we got up out of there, man. That's the objective. And We gotta understand we're gonna be blessed for this kind of thing. This is making your body a living sacrifice right here. Out here in the blistering heat and in the freezing cold, that's making your body a living sacrifice. If you want to know the definition and example of that.
Right, and that's just like what you just said. Y'all was in that freezing cold, right? We just brung out 2 Kings 21, 22, whatever. Who gonna persuade Ahab? So, right, I'm gonna persuade them. I'm gonna have them in that freezing cold to see if they're gonna say, hey man, let's go pack up and go home. But y'all ain't do it, right?
No, sir.
Right. Okay, yeah, bro.
This is Proverbs 20, verse 4.
Bring it out.
The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg and harvest and have nothing. And when it says cold, it's not necessarily meaning just cold weather. It means it's going to be uncomfortable. The work is not, more often than not, it's going to be uncomfortable. It goes into the heat too. It goes into the affliction, persecution.
That's right.
So the sluggard will not plow. Then when the harvest is there, he's going to have nothing. He's going to beg and harvest.
Right. See, man, both sides know I don't like the cold, man, but that heat, this brother got to know me. He already know. He know why I like it dope. Now, he been with me about a year. He already know. I can't wait for it to be hot, man. I sweat. Now, this brother, he wants some AC, though. Now, I know what he like. Right, but that cold weather, nah. Hey, sister, brother.
Yeah, I got one for you.
All right. Yeah. So
This is second Timothy 4:2.
Bring it out.
He says, I'm gonna start at 1. It says, I charge thee therefore before God and the Lord Yahweh Hamashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing in his kingdom. Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So when we come out here, we're supposed to come and deal with the elements and recruit. And this is part of our faith. They're like, damn, them brothers out there in the heat, the cold. This help somebody understand, like, hey, they serious. And our job is to come out here regardless in what element, reprove, rebuke, and exhort with all long suffering. That's our job, man. But I got another one. Read that, Romans 12:1.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1.
Bring it out.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
These are the mercies of the Most High. He brought you into the knowledge of the truth. So the least you can do is go out there in the elements.
That's right.
That's the least you can do. Think about it. He was so merciful for us going off. He woke you up in the last days. All thing you got to do is just go out there and preach the word, and then he got a glorious kingdom waiting on you for the work that you didn't even do to get, you didn't even earn it. It says, other men have labored, and we are entered into their labors. Come on, man. All that we doing is making this continue to go on, but we're going to get a glorious reward for it. That's the least you can do is go out in the elements.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's the book of Revelation.
It said, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
So holy, you being consecrated, separated, hallowed from the rest of the world, that's a sacrifice you got to make. Family, friends, all of that. What else did it say?
It say, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
That's our service. Being holy, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, being holy, being different from everybody else.
That's right.
That's the least you can get of Most High.
Right.
But the world, they think that they got a bigger objective, bigger plans. They got something bigger and greater than what the Most High set for us to do. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it I'm gonna do what the Lord told me, but I'm gonna do it my way. Hell no, He told you to do it that way.
Right.
And it's just that simple.
Right. Bring that preach out.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 12.
Bring it out.
And to
20.
20, 2 and 20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because
That's right. It's 3 and 20.
3,
Right, 3 and 20.
3 and 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice.
No, it's like I mean that. Go to 2 and 26. My bad.
Yeah.
Revelation 2 and 26. You know what I'm talking
Bring it out.
Yeah.
2 and 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end.
What we just talking about, we out here in this heat, okay? All right, in this weather, all right? We keep this work, keep the law, statute, commandments. Go out here and do the work, all right? What are you going to do?
To him will I give power over the nations.
Say it again.
To him will I give power over the nations.
Right. So it's a reward in this, okay? We ain't out here for nothing. We got a reward coming, all right? For these last days. We keep his law, statute, commandments. If that's what both sides he want to choose us, all right? Right. Okay.
This is Isaiah 58 verse 1.
Yo.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. It says spare not. We're not supposed to just let these people just do what they're doing and just not teaching. Because why? That's the whole point why we're here. We're here to wake up our people. It's a selfless act. If you think that you just can just stay home, don't have to go out, don't have to suffer like you see thousands of other brothers, millions of other brothers doing on a day-to-day basis, then you're just being selfish. That's just what it is. Most High wants us to be loving, love thy brother as thyself. You wanted to be woken up. You got woken up by a brother putting in the work, and you don't want to wake nobody else up. That's a selfish act, and you need to be selfish.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Because I don't want to, how can I say this, man? Because when I was in them stores, man, this brother came up on me. Boy, he had a lot of knowledge, man. Man, I hope he went out there and did the work. But he didn't want to, man. He didn't want to. Hey, brother, come here. Let me talk to you for a second. 2 seconds. I ain't selling nothing. Okay, there you go, man.
He's with the honeys.
Huh?
What did it say? They turned the shoulder.
Zechariah 7 and 11.
Zechariah 7 and 11.
You want it?
I'm about to
It'd be, I'm thinking of Ezekiel 3:6.
7 and 11. God. This is Zechariah 7 and 11.
Bring it out.
But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder. That's exactly what that dude just did. He said, over his shoulder, over his left shoulder. He said, but it says, but they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. Yeah, they made their hearts, their mind, as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts have sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. You understand that? So, I mean, it's clear and simple. The Lord already explained it.
Right.
When they do stuff like that, the Lord is going to bring a wrath, a plague amongst them. So when the plagues do come to Old Monkey, guess what? It ain't going to, he's done. Because he had his opportunity to hear the word.
Right.
Everybody's faith is getting sealed every time they walk up and down these streets. Every time they walk up and down from amongst prophets. Hey, faith is being sealed, man.
Precept.
Perfect example.
This is Proverbs 28 verse 9.
Bring it out.
He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. That's saying what it's saying. Like, when the time of affliction comes, that's when he's gonna throw those prayers up, but it's gonna be a detestable thing to the Most High.
That's right.
Bring that out. Ezekiel 3:6.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 6.
Bring it out.
Not too many people of a strange speech and of an hard language.
Drop down to 7.
Verse 7. But the house of Israel would not hearken unto thee.
Say that again.
But the house of Israel would not hearken unto thee. For they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are imputed and hard-hearted.
Right. So they stick there. We just seen it. We just throw the brother's shoulder, right?
Right.
Like the sister earlier, she did like that to me. Right. So they are headed. Okay? They don't want to hear these words.
Precept.
Go ahead.
This is Slovakia.
So right. They don't want to hear the words of the Most High, right? Quick, brother. I know y'all seen it a lot, but I'm out there by myself. This sign right here and that down there, them Edomites, they'll come up on me real quick, shaking knees. I had to just stand there, reach over and grab their ass and get them over here. But our people don't leave. But that goes back to 3 and 6. Go back to 3 and 6 real quick. Right.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 6.
Bring it out.
Not too many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
Right. I mean, That's the Edomites, man. They'll come up here. What is this? I don't know what y'all experience, but every time they come up here, what is this? Some type of art? And I just slowly, this easy in there. I don't just go straight into the, you know what I mean? Oh, you going to slavery? I just try to reel them in, you know what I mean? Right. Then when they found out it's not no art, oh, they ready to get the hell away. Right. So that's what they think this is art. Turn around, brother. Right. Oh, sorry about that, bro.
No, you good. This is Joshua 24, verse 15.
Yo!
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I like the beginning part where it says, if it seem evil unto you. If it seem evil unto you to hate, if you don't, let me slow down. If it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, then just choose who you date. Stop being half in and stop half out. Stop being lukewarm, or stop putting up a front like I love God and I love God, and you just disrespecting him every chance you get. Bro, just choose. If you want Satan, go to Satan. Right. That's why the Most High don't like hypocrites. He don't like the two-faced people. Just choose who you want.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, bro. Yeah, let's go with Genesis 4 and 8. I think it's 4 and 8 or 4 and 9. Okay. Well, he said choose which one, right? Okay. He had a choice right here. Most High showed him. Genesis.
Hey, and that's why he said, now that he said that, that's a perfect example why Yahweh said the harlots and the publicans are going to make it in before you. Dang. Because they knew what's up. They right. Like, bro, I already know I'm being wicked. I know what's up. Right. But then you have the Pharisees who acting righteous. Exactly what he going over. This is exactly what Yahweh actually said that.
Right.
This the book of
What's going on, brother? Sure, brother. You all right? Come on up in the shade, man. Got a quick question for you, man. What's your race? What's your dad's race? Black. Wow, let me show you this black. You see that? Black is not national. That's mental illness. That's where that illness in the system. Your shorts is black. And we all different shades of brown right here. So what the professional way you should tell. I'm gonna help you out. African, what? All right, check it out. Hold that for me, brother. Oh, man. 500 years ago, African, so African, African, Africa, world time at 500 years ago, America, make all that speak. African American. So it's going to happen in 1500. Okay? All right. So you really think you're African American? No, brother. That's name of two white bears, all right? Okay, let's get down to it, okay? Take it, bro. All right, so-called American Black with Jew, the West Indian Jamaican, Benjamin, Haitian Levi's, us bring with a real Jew.
That's right.
The Puerto Ricans over down, all right? In House Israel, upper three with the House of Judah, okay? Jacob had 12 sons, Reuben the firstborn, Benjamin the baby, all right? Who the firstborn now? Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, all right? Two all brothers and sisters, all right? The Hebrew Israelites. Yeah. Have you ever heard that before? Yeah.
That's right!
What you know about it?
I know a little bit about it, but I'm just, when you ask me who am I, I'm telling you I'm black. You know, when you fill it out, some paperwork, and they ask you, they say African American, whatever. I just say, okay, just say I'm in a crowd.
Okay, I'm listening.
Somebody saying, oh yeah, it was an African American. He's saying, like, I know I'm a child of God. I know that. That's what I am first. But people can call it, they can make titles. I know the titles have changed over the years.
Right.
Nigga, Negro, all this. And then they want to put a title African American. It's like, I just know what I.
Okay, I didn't want to cut you off, baby.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So, African American, okay? So you're a child of God. I heard that.
Yes.
But he gave everybody nationality.
Yes.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37.
Bring it up.
So these are the curses that God was going to put on his chosen people for disobeying him. So the reason why we call, nigga, African American, black, Afro, we got all these different names and bywords is because it was God told us this was going to happen. And this is how we know we his people. It says, verse 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord thy God shall lead thee. So we in astonishment in the sense that people, the other nations, the other people see us and they astonished at us. They like, wow, These people don't even know who they are. Or look how they behave themselves. What people behave themselves like this? They see us in the projects, you know, we looking so up, nothing disgusting. But this is God's angel. This is the reason why we looking like this. But the other nations, they do whatever they want, and they ain't looking like that. We on the bottom, and that's one of the curses. That's one of the curses that God put on his chosen people for disobeying his commandments. What we out here telling people to do is to repent, which is to come back to the commandments and live according to the way God wants us to live. Before his son come back and judge the earth.
Right. So, yeah, let me get to Jeremiah 7.
No, go ahead.
Jeremiah 7. We gotta learn who we are first, man. You know what I mean? Cause what you said, yeah, the crowd, African American, whatever. I get that. I used to be African American, but now we gotta find out. But you did say you heard something about this, right? But what you didn't agree about it?
I believe that we are God's created people. He made us in his own image. And we different. I feel like we different because of the people. There's one true living God. I feel like I am his child. So I know I'm trying to be the best that I can be and spread the word. I know that the world, every prophecy is coming true, and he comes back quickly, soon, for his people. The ones.
So what makes you different from the people of the world? Because you know, we got wicked people that kill somebody and be like, I'm a child of God. What makes you different?
It's gonna be different. I know I'm saved. I know my responsibility as a saved, born again believer, spread and teach the gospel. You don't have to wear that title as I'm a preacher. If you want to hear you, we all minister. If you want to hear you minister, you got to minister and spread the word of God. That is coming back.
So you say you saved already.
Yes.
So Christ said, he said in the book of Matthew, he said that he endured to the end, the same shall be saved. The Bible says you got to endure to the end, but you know, I do hear a lot that people say they saved already. So what are you saved from?
I'm saved from death. Once I accept Christ, I have eternal life. I will. You got to leave this body. But sometime another, I got forever life, eternal life. This gonna go back to the dust. So I'm saved from the penalty. Where the penalty of sin is death. I'm saved from death.
Okay, cool. So what's sin?
Sin, anything that goes against what God's word says.
Bring it out!
We're going to show you the biblical definition of sin.
I just don't have a Bible with me.
Yeah.
We got one for you.
Right. That's right.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4.
Bring it out!
Whosoever commits sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
That's right.
Do you know where the law is found? Yeah, where's the law found? Exactly where it's found. So that means the Old Testament isn't done away with, right? So that means we have to keep it. So we have to keep the Old Testament. All right, so
people nowadays only want to hear the new.
God, that's true.
Yeah, but like I said, you can't have the new like the old. Ain't nothing changed. It's just a certain.
All right, so look, Hebrews 10 and 26 right there.
The book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 26.
Go.
For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
You understand that? The knowledge of the truth is that you a Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
Christ came back to save you and your nation.
That's right.
You want to say something?
No, go ahead.
That's part of the truth of the gospel is that these people that's on this sign, they have a kingdom waiting on them. This ain't it. We're not just homeborn slaves. We actually a great nation of people, and we got the kingdom of heaven waiting on us. That's the knowledge of the truth. You know, knowledge means facts. The facts of what the truth really is. We not niggas.
Right.
Hispanics, Spics, and we not.
Right.
We actually God's chosen people. So when you say you're a child of God, I agree. But we got to carry ourselves as a child of God. You know what I'm saying?
What they say, how to become saved.
Huh?
How can we be saved?
By repenting.
Revelation
You know how to
14:12.
repent, though? How do you repent?
Forgive me of my sins. I need his help to live. accepted my Lord and Savior. He is the Son of God.
No,
But gentlemen, I gotta go. I was stopping out. I'm trying to find a place. Come back to the
Man, take both our flyers, man.
We don't have a fly on us.
You don't mind, brother? Give me a
Y'all know
flyer.
where the boxing, Oklahoma Boxing Legends. Okay.
No, sir.
No.
we ain't from here.
Okay, where y'all from?
We from Tulsa.
I'm from Tulsa. Y'all be fine. This is open wagon. This like that.
Hey, I wanna, bro. We have to show you how to repent before you leave. Just 5 minutes, 5 more minutes.
Okay.
That's all it needs. That's all it takes. But we have to. We cannot let you leave here without showing you how to repent according to the Bible. All right. So Acts 3 and 19, Psalms 19:7.
Book of Acts chapter 3 verse 19.
Look it out.
It say, repent ye therefore and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out,
Right.
when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
So when you repent for the remission of sins. You repenting so you can be forgiven, right? But it says repent and be converted. What are we being converted to? Exactly. So get the Psalm 19:7, and that's why I went to the Hebrews 10, where he says, if we sin willfully after we receive this, what repentance is, it's over with.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7.
Go.
The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the
sure.
Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
You catch that? It says the law of the Lord is what converts you. So when we're dealing with Acts 3 and 19, when it says repent and be converted, we've been converted back to his law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
So I gotta tell you, like, shaving your beard, that's a sin.
That's right.
You know that, right? Getting a lineup, that's a sin. According to God. Not having your fringes on, that's a sin.
That's right.
These are sins. And when we show you in the Bible and you continue to do it, that's where Hebrews 10 and 26, you sinning willfully. There's no more sacrifice for sin. Understand? Yeah, that means his blood is not going to cover the sins that you commit after that. Because you're sinning willfully. You understand? What do you mean? It's like
those are willfully sins that you commit them after you accept Christ, and you know that means you're sinning, right? So,
I'm not saying we're not going to make mistakes.
yes,
I'm saying we talking about willful sin.
Yeah.
Right.
Willful sin is like, give me the beard. Give me the beard right quick. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
1927, 28.
Yes, sir. Give me the beard and give me the fringes too. Let's start off with that. Let's show them. Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 28.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh, for the dead, your
No,
print.
27.
27, Slack. Ye shall not round the corners of your beard, of your head, Slack.
That's what getting lineups, right? Because the ancient Egyptians, they did that. But the way that they did it, they would do it with an actual knife, and they would cut it while it's bleeding, and they would make a permanent lineup. That's what the Egyptians used to do. But go ahead.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
So you cutting off all that on your beard, that's a sin. You can't do that according to the law. Now, if you walk away from here and you continue to do that, that's willfully sin.
Right.
That's what it's talking about. Now let's get the fringes and let's let the brother go.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38.
Yo.
Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So you right here, you identify yourself on this tribe chart. So you're the children of Israel. It says to bid you. That means command you. Right? So the Bible is commanding you that you put on fringes. Right? Go ahead.
It says, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generation.
So this ain't just an Old Testament thing. This says throughout your generation. Go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
And you gonna feel it. When you put these on, you gonna feel that spirit. You're gonna be like, you got something different on. And it's a reminder for you to keep the commandments of the Most High God. But keep going.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring.
That's what the fringes, that's what these brothers got fringes on. Because our minds, sometimes it'll take us somewhere. Then when you look down, you be like, okay, I represent the Most High. That's what taking the Lord's name in vain is. You represent the Most High God. So when you walk away from here, you keep shaving your beard off and getting lineups, and you don't put on your fringes. That's willfully sinning. Go to I'm trying to think of the precept. Revelation 21. Oh, go ahead, King. Go ahead. You're good.
Go ahead. No,
You said, will it see you to hell?
That seen me to hell.
okay. I could go back to. Go ahead. I can go to Revelation, man. All right, go to Revelation 2. What's that? No, it was 2 and 26. So, all right, man. Okay, we're gonna go to hell. So he finna tell somebody. He talking to the children of Israel, right? So let's see if he tell somebody gonna be in hell. How many want you to use your common sense? I'm gonna pass it on to the brothers like this. Go ahead. Yeah, Revelation 2 and 26.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 26.
Bring it out.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end.
Stop that. You heard that? All right. Overcome it and keep their works to the end. So let's see.
To him will I give power over the nations.
Say it again.
To him will I give power over the nations.
So that's a common sense question right there. Because if they in hell, if all us brothers keep the commandment, he just told us we keep the work to the end. Okay, he gonna give us our nation. Well, how they gonna be in hell?
Didn't in the Bible say no one could keep the law? That's why God sent Jesus. No one person, perfect, matches lamb of God, but no man could keep the law.
What did they do with the lamb?
They sacrificed.
So he was our sacrifice. So that was only dealing with the law of sin and death. So that means you don't die for committing sin no more. Or we're sin worthy of death. Because we all committed adultery. All of us. But when we come into the knowledge of the truth, our sacrifice is who the world calls Jesus Christ. We call him Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So according to the Old Testament though, that don't matter. You got to get put to death. So now we have Yahweh Shah as a sacrifice. We're covered under his blood.
That's right.
And he prays before us and vouches for us before the Father.
So you believe once saved, always saved?
No,
Why not?
because that's not how the Bible explains it. It tells you to repent. So how is that?
Then I repent daily. It's a daily thing because I'm an imperfect person. I repent to stay in the right standards with God. But if you repent, if you sin and if you see your sin and you don't repent, that's right. But I know I'm still imperfect, but through Jesus' blood that was shed for me, it makes me perfect in God's sight. But I still have to keep that right relationship with Him. We can be saved. We don't have a relationship with Christ. We can be His by creation, but not salvation. But I'm like, the Bible tells me that once saved, I'm always saved. Even though I might.
Is there a scripture that says that?
Here you go, brother.
I gotta go, gentlemen. I'm supposed to be there at 5 o'clock.
Hey, this is very important.
I know, but
Oh, they got
something
precept
else
for you.
very important. I gotta find these guys that started at 5 o'clock.
All right, look,
I know I'm saved, so.
But look, you asked the question as you walking off. I'm not gonna stop you. But you asked the question. You said, "Will you go to hell for breaking the law?" Right? All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Verse 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone.
So guess what? All of those characteristics go back to sin. Go back to you breaking out the law. So yes, you want to take the fire, but you want to any of those things.
But I'm just saying, if you saved and you commit a sin and you repent.
If you saved, who going to hell then? If everybody saved already, who going to hell?
I didn't say everybody was saved. I said if you accepted Christ and you saved.
But you said you was saved.
And I said you.
Yeah.
I said I'm saved.
Yeah, you're saved.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
saved.
is the end here yet?
No, the sin ain't here yet.
The end ain't here yet. Okay, this is Matthew 24 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
But he that shall endure
Lord,
unto the
end.
end, the same shall be saved. So the end isn't here yet.
That you saying I gotta wait till the end to be saved?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what the scripture says. That's red letter.
I got you.
That's red letter. That's
I know,
Christ.
but what did Christ say when he was on earth? Damn.
What did he say?
He said that.
That's what he said. He said, but he
No,
that
further.
shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
If you endure,
Is the world here?
So when, hold up. If one of us died today, is that considered our end?
No, you sleep.
It's still a judgment.
Yeah, you just sleep.
you sleep
I'm saying until the end day of judgment.
to the day of judgment.
I'm saying as long as you're in this body and you dead from your wrongdoing,
Your works follow you.
I know. But it says works without faith is dead. I gotta go. I can't go with you.
Come back. Come back.
This is
Come back,
Sirach chapter
we'll be right back.
34. Sirach chapter 34 and verse 25.
Bring it up.
He that washeth himself after touching of the dead body, if he touch it again, what availeth his washing? So it is with a man that fasteth for his sins and goeth again and doeth the same. Who will hear his prayer, or what does his humbling profit him?
That right there.
Oh,
You should brought that out earlier.
My bad, I was trying to get there.
We needed that, brother.
Come here, sister. Come here. Come here.
I got a point. What marathon do you get the medal while you're in the marathon? That's not, you can't say you're in the marathon. You don't get the medal. Like, I'm all right at the finish line. I'm all right.
That was solid.
Yeah.
That was solid.
Hey, credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
But that, yeah.
I'm taking that. I hope you
bad.
know that.
I'm gonna pass this bike.
The race is not to the swift.
I'm gonna pass it. I might come back again, man. We'll pass to you. Or what? Hey, I'm gonna
You want to take a pause?
Yeah, that's cool too. Take a pause.
close out real quick. Close out. Go ahead, man. Look out.
God, and with that, we want to give Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.